Hi guys, so today I'll show you how to create a database using MySQL Workbench. So start, just open my SQL Workbench. So as you can see here, we have a database name Amazon, also Amazon clients, Google. So if you click this button, so you will see the tables, then open. So you will see here we have table GCP candidate table and then the student. So you will see the button here, it says the result grid. So this is the result grid. As you can see, we have here the data inside the table of GCP. So yeah, to start with, first, in creating database, so we need to know our syntax. So create database and then the name of your database. So I just put here school, then the semicolon. At the end of your syntax, do not forget to use a semicolon to run your query. So start. So as you can see here down below, you will see create database school and one row affected. So this is the schema. Refresh this. So to refresh, just click this button here, the schema, and then this one. Yeah, you will see the school database. So now I would create a table in our database school. So if you see here, in Amazon we already have a table and then the columns inside the table. Google, we also have the table which is GCP and the student. So as you can see here, I think we are using the database Google. To create a table in our database school, the second thing to do is we need to use the database, so which is the school. Use school. So yeah, so I see use school, so 0 affected. We are now using the school database. How to create a table in school? Create, the syntax here would be create table and then the table name. So I have here sample of, I just created the sample of our data. So table, so let's try to create table name student and then semicolon. Let's try to run this one. Create table. Sorry. So yeah, a table must have at least one visible column. So when you create a table, do not forget what column do you want to see in your table. So here we have here student ID. Creating a table, you better need to know what the type column is. So yeah, as you can see here, how to create table syntax. So create table, then the table name, and then column, which is the name of the column, first column. What data type is it the primary key or not, null or not null. Student ID, always remember that if the column is a data type was a number, that is int, which means integer, so that is number. So we also use this as our primary key, and then null. It's a null or not null. Yeah, Then second one, we have a column student name, which will be what data type is it. So the data type we'll be using is varchar, which is variable character, if I'm not mistaken. Varchar 255, and then not null. You also have here student section, varchar. So much better to type than to copy paste. So varchar 255, not null. Another one is student gender, varchar 255, not null. And we also have your student prof, varchar 255, then not null. And the last one is student grade. So I think we should put here in a text about varchar. Let's try varchar, variable character. And then after that, we try to I don't think why this one not null. As we can see here, we have here a X mark, which is we forgot this one. So we forgot the close parenthesis at the end. So yeah, so let's try to run this one. So we're using our database school. Now we are creating what do you call this, our table student. So let's try to run. Creating table in primary key must be not null. Oh, sorry. So must be not null. So let's try to change this one as not null. So yeah, so you can see here, no affected grade table student. Why this is 0 affected? The student is already exists, so where did we put that one? We already used the school, so as we can see here. So let's try student class. So let's try this one. We just run it. We doubled it. So how to drop a table. So as you can see, we have two tables here. So let's drop the second table. So drop table student class. Sorry for that. So let's try to run. So then we refresh it. So again, as you can see, we dropped the another table that we created. So now we have here our database, which is school, and the table student, but we don't have and then the columns, which is the student ID, student name, section, gender, prof, and the grade, but we don't have any data on it. So we try to see if there's any data on that columns on our table. So to see the data, using select syntax. So select asterisk. Asterisk means all of the columns on a table. So all of the columns that we have. So here we have ID, name, section, gender, prof, and grade. So yeah. So select all the column from. So from where's our column? So we have here the student. So from student. So let's check if we have any data. So as you can see, we have the column here at our result grade. Student ID, student name, student section, gender, prof, and grade. But we don't have any data on it. So how to put data into a column? So we have here sample data, which is this one. We want to insert that in our column. How? Again, the syntax is insert into table. So insert into our table, which is student, and then we copy paste this one. Student ID, student name, then student section, student gender, student prop, and then the grade. And then so insert into our table, and then the columns. These are the columns: student ID, student name, student section, which, or what is the value or the data we are inputting. So values, so this one, the first one, yeah. As you can see here, student ID is 1, student name is me, student section is section 1, gender is male, and then the prop would be me. So web, and then the student grade is 85. Let's try to run this one. Sorry. Try to run this one. Insert into student ID, student name, student section, 1 row affected. So let's check again. Select statement or query. So select asterisk, it means all the columns from student. Yeah. Now we have here a data in our student tables, which is number 1, section me, section 1, student gender is male, the professor is me, web, and then the student grade. Now we'll put another data. So what is the syntax from insert putting data into our column or in our table? So insert, again, insert into, and then the table name, which that we had is student. So it's up to you guys what table name you want to use or you want to create. So again, student ID, and then the columns, which values, and then we copy paste another data here. So put this one, and then this. Now we have here student ID number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So double check, always double check your syntax. So student ID, student name, student section, gender, prof, and grade. 2 QEURIES, section 1, M web 90. 3, 2, 1. So I don't see any problem here. So let's try to run this one. Yeah. So as you can see down below on our output, action output, insert into student, 8 rows affected. So after you insert the data, always check if always check your data if it's in there. So again, to the select statement, so select column, all columns, which means this what do you call this, asterisk from the table name, which is a student. So yeah, here now you will see all the data to our tables. So we have here a 9 students. So 1 2 3 4 5 7 8 9. Every time you create a query, always use a new blank queries for you not to ramble all the queries. Yeah. Let's try to run this one. Insert into no, so we need to create another table. To create a table, again the syntax is create table, then the table name, so section. I'll try to run this one. So when you're creating table, don't forget your column. So we have here student section, student name, and yeah, we have here a 2 columns, which is the student section as the student name. So try to run this one again, so refresh this. So yeah, we have here our section, which is we have a 2 columns, the student section and then the student name. So let's try to insert here into the table name, which is section, and then remove the data type. You only need the column name. So again, values, values I'm sorry, values. So we have here this one. Yeah, double check. Section 1 good, section 2 bad, section 3 ugly. So try to run this. So again, 3 rows affected, as you can see here in the output, this one. So select all the columns which is asterisk from the section. So try to run this one. Yeah, we have here our data into our columns. So let's go back here in our student. We have here excellent if student grade is greater than or equal to 90, pass if the student is between 89 and 80, and fail if the student grade is lower than 80. So now we want to see the result of the student grade. We'll try to add a column, which is column name is result. So how to add a column in our table? The statement or the query or the syntax that we will using for adding a column is to alter table, and then the table name, which is student, add column, and then the name of the column would be result. Let's try to add varchar 255 not null. Yeah, I think we have, let's try this one. 0 affected. So let's check. Select asterisk from student. Let's check if there's a result on our, yeah, it runs. So as you can see here, we have here the result. We want to put a result on our student. As you can see here, if the student grade is greater than or equal to 90. So how do we do that? The syntax is, if we want to update this result or the student grade with the result, and we want to see if the student is excellent, pass, or fail. So yeah guys, as you can see here, you're using safe update mode, so that's why the syntax did not run. We will be using a syntax, which is this one: set SQL safe update and 0. Try to run this one. So 0 affected. So now let's try to run this query. First, select student again. We have here now is to excellent, student grade is greater than or equal to 90. We need to see the result if the student grade have a 90 greater than, so mas mataas, which is higher, or equal to 90. Try to run this query. We have here the 2 rows affected, so let's try to run this one again. See, we have the result. So Charis got 90, and then Tom got the student grade of 93, which is the higher in the student. So we also have here pass if the student grade is between 89 and 80. How to do that? Select from student. The statement should be update student table, then set result pass. We will be using the between operations: update student or the table name, set result pass, where student grade between 80 and 89. Let's try to run this one. As you can see down below, the action output, update student result pass for student grade between 80 and 90. So 5 rows affected. We have here the excellent. We try to run this query. So yeah, we have here the result, which is the pass be me, and then Aaron, Reynald, Alex, Maxine. So we also have here fail if the student grade is lower than 80. So we erase that between statement, fail where the student grade is lower than. We use this one, the lower than, and then 80. Try to run this one. We do have here 2 rows affected, so let's check if the query is running. So yeah, now what we have here is the result of the student who are pass, have the excellent and the fail. So now, as you can see here, we have a wrong information about this one. So Charis have the gender of we have here a male. So Charis is not a male, she is a female. So how do we change that into a female? Update student set student gender is equal to female, where we could use here student name and student ID, but I think we should use a student ID. Student ID is equals to 2. try to run this query. So one row affected, so again select column from student. We have here a correct data. We change her student gender into female. We also have here me. I think this name is for a female, so we try to update this data into female. Also we have here Aaron. I don't think there's a female name Aaron, so we try to change that as male. What we have here, so me and Aaron again. How do we do that? Using update statement, update, then student, set student gender is equals to female. The where condition, where student ID is equals to 1. Am I right? So try to run this one. So again, one row affected, and then I think the number of Aaron is 3, so we change it to male 3. So let's try to run the query, and then yeah, so we need to select all the columns from student table. I think we got a correct data for each student. So me is female, Charis is female, Aaron is male, Willow male, Tom male, Reynald male, Mix male, Alex and Maxine. What if we want to change the student professor? So which is web. The update statement, date, student, set student prof is equals to Jason Kid, where the where condition student prof is equal to web. Let's try to run this one. 9 rows affected, select from student. Dang. The student prof change into Jason Kid. What if we only want to see the excellent student? So what if all the data here is a million, but we want to see all the student with excellent result? Select statement from the syntax would be select statement from all columns. Select all columns, which is this one asterisk from student, where the where condition again, results is equal to excellent. Try to run this query. So yeah, we have here 2 students who has a excellent result. If we want to see all the past students, change it. So our query for that is the select statement, and then columns from student, or from the table, the where condition, the result is equals to pass. So let's try this one again. We have here 5 students who got passed on their result, and we also have a failed student. yeah, we have here 2. I think this is not fail because it's 78 and 79. It's just fair. Not fail. So select from student. Yeah, what if we need to drop or delete a single data on the table? Delete this data because this is fail, so we want to delete this one. So how to do that? So drop, I think say drop, not delete. So we try to drop drop column from student. I think this, try to delete. Yeah, so delete from student, where the condition student ID is equals to who's failed this one 4. So try to run this one. So yeah, 1 row affected. So try to see from student if we drop that student. So as you can see here, sorry, again. What did I do? What the fuck? This one. Yeah. So we delete the data of the student named Willow. So again, we will delete this one. So the delete statement, delete from student. The where condition, student ID is equals to 7. So let's try to run this. 1 row affected. So using again select statement, columns from the table. So yeah, we delete the student name mix. That's it for today, guys. We use the syntax or the statement, select, drop, delete, alter table, update, and we also have the between. What do we have here? Adding columns on our table, and also have changing data into a column. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching.